Good evening to all the dreamers, the romantics, and the dedicated followers of the truth. Welcome back to the only channel that dares to read between the lines. Welcome to Mr. Magazine. We often talk about the glitz of the red carpet, the flash of the paparazzi cameras, and the polished smiles of the stars we adore. But tonight, we are stripping away the veneer of fame to look at something far more raw and far more human, a lonely heart beating beneath a tuxedo. We are talking about Yaman. The man who conquered Italy, the international superstar whose face graces billboards from Rome to Istanbul. For years, he has been an enigma, a fortress of silence when it comes to his deepest emotions. But that silence has finally, and explosively, been broken. With a single message, he has unleashed a tidal wave of speculation and emotion that is currently sweeping across social media. He has issued a call, a plea, and a promise to a ghost from his past. Who is he waiting for? Why now? And what does this mean for the future of Turkey's most eligible bachelor? Before we dive into the wreckage of this emotional storm, I need you to join our inner circle. If you want the truth behind the tabloids, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. And for those who want to support independent, deep-dive celebrity journalism, please click the join button right now. Your support fuels our investigations. Are you ready? Let's decipher the code. For months, perhaps even years, Yaman has operated like a man behind a glass wall. We see him, we admire his success, we watch his projects, but we never truly touch the reality of his personal life. He has practically hung a no trespassing sign over his heart, deflecting inquiries about his romantic life with the skill of a seasoned diplomat. His private world was a fortress, impenetrable and cold. Until now. In a move that has left fans, critics, and industry insiders absolutely stunned, Yaman has stopped hiding his inner turmoil. He took to social media not to promote a new series or a brand deal, but to share a message that reads like a page torn from a tragic romance novel. The words are haunting. The part of my heart that belongs to her remains empty, and I wait for her. And I will keep waiting until she returns. When she returns to me, I will completely erase the traces of the past and start a new life. These are not the words of a casual dater. This is not a PR statement drafted by a manager. This is a guttural cry from the soul. It represents the resurgence of a story that we all thought was buried, a story covered up by time, kept secret by contracts, and stubbornly denied in interviews. But as we know, buried feelings never truly die, they just wait for the right moment to resurface. I will erase the traces of the past. That is a powerful promise. It suggests that everything he has done since she left has just been a placeholder. I have to ask you, the Mr. Magazine community, do you believe in this kind of waiting? Is it romantic to wait for a past love, or is it tragic? I want to see your debates in the comments section. And if you are feeling the intensity of this story, please hit the like button to help us spread this emotional news. To understand the weight of these words, we must look at the context of Yaman's recent years. He has achieved what few Turkish actors ever dream of, true international stardom. He is worshipped in Italy, mobbed in Spain, and recognized globally. Yet, despite standing at the peak of his career, his romantic life has always felt like a puzzle with a missing piece. Think back to the headlines. There have been flings, rumors, dinner dates caught on blurry lenses, and relationships that seemed to sizzle and burn out before they even truly began. It has been a parade of almosts. All the people he has dated, all the cancellations of projects at the last minute, the sudden moves, it all seemed like noise. But now, with this statement, the noise clarifies into a melody. It appears that his heart has been open, but only for one specific person. The part of my heart that belongs to her is still empty. This sentence has divided social media into warring factions. Who is the owner of that empty space? Some are calling it the shadow of a past love, a vague figure of nostalgia. But others, the true detectives of the fandom, are more specific. They comment that this is the person whose name he has never been able to utter publicly, the person he was forced to remain silent about due to the pressures of the industry. According to deep behind-the-scenes sources who have spoken to Mr. Magazine, Yaman is referring to only one person. This is the woman who touched his heart long ago, leaving a fingerprint on his soul that no amount of fame could scrub away. She was at the center of the defining moments of his life, the partner in his greatest on-screen triumphs. The tone of his message is not angry or bitter. It is soaked in regret, longing, and the agonizing feeling of reading a book that was snatched away before the final chapter. We are witnessing an unfinished story. It is as if a tale the public considered finished years ago never truly ended for the protagonist. And now, he is preparing for a sequel. I'll turn the page. Is this merely a poetic wish, or is it a concrete preparation for a comeback? The statement feels like a challenge thrown into the void. It is as if he is shouting across the distance, "Come back, you'll see, everything will be different this time." Leaks from his inner circle suggest that this social media post is just the tip of the iceberg. Yaman has reportedly entered a period of profound introspection over the last few months. While the world saw him smiling at galas, privately, he was restructuring his entire existence. He has cancelled lucrative contracts that did not serve his soul. He has moved residencies, perhaps to escape the ghosts of memories attached to certain places. He has been listening to himself, confronting the burdens of the past, and finally accepting that his professional success cannot bandage his personal wounds. There is a name at the center of this transformation. A name that shines whenever it is mentioned alongside his. A name that represents the on-screen chemistry of an era. The entertainment world is currently holding its collective breath. Will the long-awaited reunion finally happen? This feels like the plot of a movie, doesn't it? The superstar willing to give it all up for the one who got away. Who do you think this mystery woman is? We all have our suspicions. Drop the name you are thinking of in the comments right now. And don't forget, if you want deeper analysis on these hidden celebrity timelines, click that join button to support our work. Tabloid commentators are viewing this not just as a sad post, but as a major signal, a comeback signal. The part of my heart that belongs to her is empty. Is being described as a silent scream that has finally found a voice. While the echo of Yaman's statement reverberates through the digital landscape, new accusations and rumors are bubbling to the surface. A source close to the actor claims that these words were actually the release of a pressure valve. A storm he had been harboring for months. The source states, no one could fill that void in Yaman's life for years. Even amidst the cameras, the lights, the red carpets, the multi-million-dollar projects, that one name always remained in his heart. It turns out that this story, which the media and fans had filed away as he closed, was merely dormant. It was hidden, repressed, and attempts were made to forget it. But the heart is a stubborn organ, it refuses to forget what it loves. Neither does can. For a glorious period, these two individuals became symbols of captivating harmony and genuine energy, both in Turkey and abroad. But for years, they have been drifting apart, driven by pride, circumstance, and a longing they never confessed to each other. Until Yaman uttered the phrase that shattered the stalemate. Was this a message? According to the whispers in the tabloid press, absolutely. This was not a generic emotional confession for his millions of fans. It was a targeted missile. A journalist, speaking on condition of anonymity, provided a chilling insight: these words weren't written in vain. Ken has been thinking about the same person for months. That statement was meant to open a door, to break down a wall. He silently said, "I'm here, come back if you want." The question now becomes, did she see it? And if she did, how did her heart react? Those close to the situation say this is not a statement that can be ignored or scrolled past. It carries enough emotional weight to force a person to reflect for days. It demands an answer, even if that answer is silence. Can's promise, "When she comes back to me, I will erase the traces of the past," is perhaps the most significant part of this saga. It is not just a promise of love, it is a promise of atonement. It is a man's desire to purge the burdens, the misunderstandings, the media interference, and the resentments he has carried. It is a declaration of starting from scratch. One close friend describes Ken as having become more introverted, more fragile, and more reflective lately. Another source claims he has deliberately postponed specific projects, clearing his schedule as if he is preparing for a sudden, life-altering change. It feels as though he is setting the stage. If she returns, he is ready to drop the curtain on his current life and begin the play anew. The King of Rome, the idol of millions, is simply a man waiting for a text message, waiting for a sign. Yaman has thrown his heart into the open arena. Now, we wait to see who picks it up. This is a developing story of epic proportions, and Mr. Magazine will be here to track every update, every cryptic reply, and every movement in this saga. What do you think will happen next? Will she respond? Or will this silence deepen? Let us know your predictions. Thank you for tuning into this emotional report. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with everyone who believes in true love. And a special thank you to our Join members. You are the reason we can tell these stories. Until the next update, keep your hearts open. Goodbye.